Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about differential equations. So now I will show you the answer. First, we divide both sides with y to the power of 2. This one, you will got about 1 over y. This one, after we divide, we move this one on the right. That should be about negative s squared e to the power of s. Next, we need to use the formula of Bernoulli. So, I will put about v equals to 1 over y. If we do first derivative, you got about negative first derivative of y over y squared. Because we don't have the negative in here, so we put the negative next to v. So this one we change for negative s first derivative of v. This one we change for v. Later that we divide both sides with negative s. Next, we need to find about integration factor. So we have mu s equals to e to the power of the integral negative 1 over s. That's it from here. So we got about e to the power of negative ln of s, and we can put about e to the power of ln s to the power of negative number 1, and we got about s to the power of negative number 1, and we can put about 1 over s. That means we multiply both sides with 1 over s. So this one you got about e to the power of s. This one you got about v over s squared. Later that we put the integral for the both sides. So this one we got about v over s. On the right, you got about e to the power of s plus c. Later that we multiply both sides with s. About v, that's it about this one. So we move this one on the left, y go to the right. So the new one that should be about y equals to 1 over this one, and that's the final answer. Now let's go to the second one. We just do about Bernoulli. So we put about v equal to y squared. If we do first derivative, you should be like this. Because we don't have number 2 in here, so we divide both sides with number 2. So this one we change for v. This one we change for first derivative of v over 2. So we move v on the left. Later that we divide both sides with s to the s over 2. This is 2x. Next, we need to find about integration factor. So we will got about e to the power of the integral negative 2 over s ds. So we got about e to the power of negative number 2 ln of s. So we got about e to the power of ln of s to the power of negative number 2. So we got about 1 over s squared. That means we multiply both sides with this one. So this one you got about 2 over s to the power of 3. This one we got about 2 over s. Next, we put the integration for the both sides. This one we will got about v over s squared. This one we got about negative 2 ln of the absolute value of s, and we put about c. Later that we multiply both sides with s to the power of 2. About v, we got about this one. Later that we put the square root in the both sides. That's the end. Thank you for watching.